Hello Twin Flames, and welcome to your daily check-in for Wednesday. We've got this light bobbing around today, which is a big sign that you're watched over by heaven. And how powerful the mind is. When we focus the mind, we can do anything. And I say that because I went to the dentist earlier today and I had to have a filling replaced at the back, quite a big filling. And he said to me, do you want anaesthetic or should we just do it without? And I said, do it without. And I called on Archangel Raphael, Jesus and Archangel Michael, and I managed to have that filling replaced with no anaesthetic. And it felt fine. I kept saying in my mind, no pain, and I felt no pain. So it just shows the power of the mind. You know, when you focus your mind, you can achieve your dreams. But not only that, you can achieve anything. You can achieve anything that you put your mind to. And that's really the message coming through strong today, because the masculines can achieve their dreams. You know, they're not going to stay in situations that aren't serving them. They aren't going to remain stuck for long. They may have done that in the past, but not now. The energy has changed. Things have shifted. They are now realizing how capable they are. And feminines, when you focus your mind, you can do anything. You are capable of great things. You are strong. You are a leader. You are a creative being of light. So remember that today. And I want to give a big shout out to one of our soul sisters, Patricia, because she's created a deck of cards. This is True Love Sacred Union. And she sent me a copy of a deck. So this is our soul sister, Patricia. You'll see her in the comments. She's on the channel. And her surname is Buzari. So, and obviously I'll put the link for this in the description box below. And this just shows, you know, if you feel there's a deck in you that you want to create, if you feel you've got that book you want to write, or, you know, there's a creative power that you're being guided to share, now is the time to share it. This is a very powerful time with the water rabbit opening all these doors of change. So we're going to bring this deck in today and anything else they guide me to. So we're going to use the Divine Structure deck for the question. So thank you, angels. What's the question today? And they are giving me a little bit of a blocked throat chakra today. So there's definitely a throat chakra activation taking place to move things forward. Now, we've just got one card coming out, and I've got one card trying to stick out of the deck here. So the first one, and I feel this is the main reading, is the Divine Masculine waking up spiritually? Now, this is really powerful because yesterday it was all about the Divine Feminine and what the Divine Feminine is thinking and feeling about the journey moving forward. And obviously, the masculine is waking up spiritually because he's realising how strong he is. And, you know, if you've been watching the masculine power message every day, it's a big sign of that for you. You know, you'll understand that he's been connecting with all things, including the energy of Jupiter, to be able to gather this strength and confidence to move forward. And the masculine really is in the energy of the squirrel right now. You know, I've picked up on that earlier today. The squirrel is the gatherer. And you can see in this card here, the masculine is holding a book. Now, you may see that as a Bible. You know, it's that actually is a Bible. But you may see that as something else he's doing, something he's working on, something he's creating. That's his spiritual power in that book. So he's finding answers. So that spiritual book there, which, you know, is coming across as the Bible, is the way he's understanding. So this is all the knowledge. All the ways the masculines realise things and take things in. So really the book is in their mind. And, you know, they have a filing cabinet in their head that's all about you, Divine Feminine. And imagine you go into a room and you turn the light on. And the light goes back and back and back and back. And it just illuminates all these filing cabinets. That's the masculine's mind. And each one of those filing cabinets have got experiences in and thoughts in that they've had all throughout their life. And they have a big filing cabinet just on you and the way they feel about you. So are they waking up spiritually? You know that they are, because they are in a new energy and they are making sense of things in a new way, and they're seeing things differently than they have before. You know, they're moving out of residual energy where they've been stuck or stagnant, or they haven't been able to face things, or they've been distracted. And we've got timings for communication. So maybe you're thinking, when's he going to reach out to me? You know he's becoming the eagle. When's he going to reach out? What's going on? What's the timing around communication? What do we need to know? And I feel the big message here is he's learning what he needs to learn spiritually so he can communicate. And not just reach out and, be very blasé about it or, very easy with it. Actually expressing himself and saying, this is how I feel. This is what I want you to know. This is what I want to do. These are my plans for our future. This is what I intend. And also to be able to have those spiritual conversations with you as well. So it's about the timings for communication and the masculine waking up. And that's why they give me this block in the throat. Because they are working through things they need to work through within to be able to express themselves the right way. And that can also affect the timing for communication because they want to be able to communicate the right way. They don't want to mess it up, say the wrong thing, hurt you. So the timing has to be right. The timing needs to be right. And that's why it's always in divine timing. So we're going to start with this beautiful Death by Our Soul Sister. So is the divine masculine waking up spiritually? What do the angels want to say about that? And they are giving me as well noise, They are doing work on the house next door, which is also about shifts and changes, but they're not actually there today, which is about also the breaks the masculines take. They work a bit, then they pause, reflect, heal, work a bit more, do these things. And, they release what they need to release at the right time. So we're also going to bring in the Divine Masculine Comes Home Oracle. So is the Divine Masculine waking up spiritually? Okay, I feel that's the card there. These are falling out for a reason. I'm going to take them and see what they are. And timings for communication. What do we need to know about communication? Wow, look at that. Returning for communication. Very powerful. This card's moving on top too. I'm also going to bring in the Mystic Martian Oracle. I'm really loving this deck. And I really want to see what the energy is. So is the masculine waking up spiritually? Is the masculine waking up spiritually right now? That card. And what's the timings for communication? The timings for communication. Thank you, angels. What do we need to know about communication? Clear card. There it is. And I'm going to use as well, we're going to bring in the With Love Oracle cards. With Love Oracle cards. So, is the Divine Masculine waking up spiritually? Thank you. And what do we need to know about communication? Wow, okay. So, let's start with communication then. So, the message is, and they give me that block there, timings for communication. Is he going to open up? What's going on? So, the first message coming through is true love never ends. So, you're being reminded that your love is eternal. And I love how we've got the gorgeous yin and yang sign on there. You may even see there as an umbrella for abundance. But this is about infinity. And, yin and yang, polarity, light and dark, divine feminine, divine masculine, sun and the moon. The negative and positive aspects of things. And also the fact that we've got this arrow. So the arrow is pointing in the right direction. So you're being reminded that true love never ends. So the communication never really ends. It does continue, it just continues in a different way. And that means you may not be physically talking, but you are spiritually talking. That means you are receiving communication through music, through signs, synchronicities, through telepathy, through a dream, through the feelings you share and the things that you hear. So the communication never really ends because true love never really ends. But this is also about restoring that physical 3D communication. And that is coming to an end. We've got true love feels like eternal home. True love feels. So remember, it's the feelings that you have, the way that it feels when you come home, because you are eternal beings. So that's why it feels that way. When you're together, it feels like no time's gone. You feel like, even if it was 20 years ago and you come together, you feel like you saw them yesterday, because it's that recognition. It's that soul recognition of being together and coming home. He's saying to you, I'm on my way and I am returning. So you're thinking, when's the communication going to come in? And communication can come in at any time. But this is really about the right communication. Communication that gives you what you need, which means answers. Maybe an explanation, maybe an apology. That came up in the feminine reading today. But he's saying to you, for me to do this right, I have to do it the right way. But you also have to be ready to just love me. So he's saying, are you ready to just love me instead of dragging up the past or going over things? For those of you with married divine masculines, He's saying divorce first. Now, he may actually be saying this to you. You may be the one in the karmic relationship. But if the masculine is, he's saying, I want to get a divorce first before I actually give you timings about when we can be together. So maybe the communication isn't about when are they going to communicate at all. It could be when's he going to leave the karmic partner? When's he going to be with me? You may be already communicating and you're trying to find out the timing. So you may want timings in your communication. You know, when's he going to divorce? What's going to happen? What's going to go on? And he's saying we are warriors of truth. So obviously, if you were both warriors of truth, the truth is going to come out at some point. So this is about communicating in the right way and the timing for that to happen. We've got pentagram. And I love this because we've got the number 35, and that's about changes. Have faith in the changes that are happening now. Harmony, protection, idealism. So this is about the ideal way of it happening. And it's about knowing that it's all protected. And when you are at peace with things, things happen quickly. So the timing will come. You know, your union, when he leaves, whatever he's doing, whatever the timing issue is within your connection, it will happen at the right time. And until then, your journey is protected because that's exactly how it needs to be. And they give me fear. So let go of the fears of the when, the timings. It will all happen at the right time. Focus on peace, harmony. And look at this, abundance. The thing that stops us receiving our dream is overthinking. Overthinking. And, you know, because I picked that up reversed as well there, I feel the overthinking is coming to an end. You know, when the masculines are taking time and they're holding themselves back and they're going over everything, you know, they don't want to spend lots of time doing that now. They want to act. They're in the energy of action, especially with the water rabbit coming in. So there's someone in this connection is experiencing fear and doubt. Now, that may be you, Divine Feminine, because you may be thinking about the timings and when's it all going to happen. And you may be in a little bit of struggle. And that came through in the feminine reading. You know, we spoke about how the feminine may be really wanting an apology or feeling you deserve more, or maybe even thinking about exploring other options. And I feel the masculines are also in fear and doubt because they don't want you moving on. They may be overthinking that. They may be worried about what you're doing and who you are with and where you are. But because it's in reversed, I feel the overthinking is coming to an end. So you can actually move towards and move forward into union, abundance, power. The angels are saying here, you will have everything you want and more. You will have everything that you want and more. So it's going to exceed your dreams. It's going to be even better than your ideal. So the angels are asking you to let go of the when and know that it will. Because the masculine is very clearly saying to you today, just love me. I am on my way and I am returning to you. I may be dealing with divorce first, but I am sorting this out. So the masculine, what does he want to say? We've got extra clarifying cards here too. Is the divine masculine waking up spiritually? True love gives you strength. Wow. True love gives you strength. So you're giving your masculine strength. And this journey is giving him strength. So you might think, is he ready? And he's saying not just yet, but soon. Now, this doesn't mean he isn't awakened or he isn't spiritual. It means he's not quite ready yet because he's still dealing with his shadow self. Look at this. It says denial, projecting, shame. So the reason why they go into denial is because they feel, you know, they aren't good enough or worthy of your love. And they can really, you know, sabotage their own happiness by projecting that onto you. So what they can do is hide away, ghost and block you, act like they don't care, deny the feelings, and then they go into more and more shame because they feel bad. So this is the overthinking energy where they blow everything out of proportion. Everything seems scary. But there's magic in the situation. There is magic in the love all around you. There is magic in this love that's all around you. So when the masculines go into their shadow side and they start waking up and understanding, that's when your love surrounds them the most. And that's why all these cards have come up, because he's saying to you, Divine Feminine, stop stressing out. Stop stressing out about this love. We're okay. I'm just dealing with my shadows. And he's actually saying to himself, stop stressing out. So I feel he's talking to himself. Stop stressing out can also be a prayer to call in Archangel Michael. or to call in spiritual support for his spiritual awakening. So everything he's going through now, all the dark times, all the denial, the shame, the blame, all the things going on is part of the spiritual awakening. And I feel when he's saying to you, not just yet, but soon, he's actually talking about the timings of communication. And what's on his mind is, let's elope. He really wants to kind of run away and sometimes not deal with things, but he wants to run away and be with you. And he's thinking about the future, how you can be together. Some of the masculines won't want big wedding ceremonies or, they'll want to just be with you. That matters to them more than anything else. And he's saying, I'm taking care of the final details. And this is so powerful because when I first got this deck of cards, I shuffled for everyone. And the card that come out, 2 cards came out was, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, which is he's saying to you wherever that card's gone. And this card, I'm taking care of the final details. And that's why we've got divorce first, returning soon, not yet but soon. Because he's saying, I'm taking care of it. I'm dealing with my shadow side. I'm dealing with the things in my life that I need to bring out into the open. So these could be those secrets being revealed and mysteries coming to light. And he's saying, I am on mission. Is he waking up spiritually? Yes, because he's already on mission. He's already doing what he came here to do. And he's saying this year. So if you're wondering when you're going to come back together, when you're going to talk about the future, when he's going through his big spiritual awakening, it's all happening now in 2023. And he's saying, we are leaders of light. Of course, I forgive you. So if there's anything you feel he needs to forgive you for, Divine Feminine, he already has. And the masculines are very good at forgiveness. They forgive you. It's the feminine sometimes who struggle with that. And he's talking to himself as well. He's saying to himself, of course, I forgive you. So what I'm really feeling with this is he waking up spiritually? He's realising he is a leader. And he is a leader of light. He wants to be more light-hearted. He wants to live in a more light-hearted energy. He wants to lighten his load. He wants to do it this year because he's realising this year he has a mission. And he's on mission right now. He's dealing with his shadows. And his shadows are connected with the physical reality. His ego, the denial, the projecting, the shame, all the ways he's treated you in the past and the things he's done. But that's also given him strength because you give him strength. You are the strength. And he's saying to himself, of course, I forgive you. He's working through the things he's done. So he's still taking care of the final details. He may want to run away at times, but he doesn't want to run away from you. And that's why he's saying, not just yet, but soon, I am on my way. Please just love me. Please just forgive me. Let's start again. Let's stop stressing out because there's magic in our love. And I will communicate with you at the right time. And I will talk about communication and what I want and the timings of everything at the right time. There may be a delay because there's a marriage involved and there needs to be a divorce first. He needs to sort that out first. He needs to put that first so he can return in the right way because true love never ends. And it doesn't matter who's been around him or what his situation is. Your love, because that's true love, feels like home. It feels like eternal home. It's going to feel that way always. There's not going to be a divorce with you because it's eternal. And that makes you a warrior of light and truth. Everything you go through makes you strong. So focus on abundance because the angels are reassuring you you will have everything you want and so much more. So don't overthink it. If you're the one experiencing doubt or you're the one experiencing fear, let that go and trust that you are protected and you are safe and there's nothing to fear. So the message today is breathe it out. Things are being healed to move things forward. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.